There are many simple and inexpensive ways of losing weight, just not fad dieting and not fad exercising. There's too much of that already happening in this world. We have fad exercises, we have fad diet programs, nutrition, and all of these things. But if we add a little bit of mindfulness in our life, it's a simple and yet very, very powerful tool that can help us lose weight effectively and keep the weight off. When most people struggle or they reach something called a weight plateau, where the exercise they're doing, the food that they're eating, and they're doing all of this stuff, but yet their weight doesn't seem to budge. There is yet one more powerful, inexpensive, and very simple tool that can help you lose weight and take control of your health. So a couple of years ago, when I released my first book, I had a lot of clients in the US and I was seated out of India. Now, I had to figure out a way where I could monitor most of my clients who had approached me for weight loss in the US and in London. I had to figure out a way of how I could be in touch with them and help them lose weight, because I wasn't there to have face-to-face meetings with them. And at that particular point, Skype and FaceTime wasn't my favorite tool to use to keep in touch with people. So we started journaling. I made each and every one of my clients journal. They started writing down every single thing that they ate in a day, how much of water they drank, the exercise that they did that day, and how many hours they slept. And believe me, over 2 years, that became the most powerful tool. Most of my clients who lost their weight lost it, and they can swear that it happened with journaling. Now, it may seem like impossible. How can you maintain a journal and lose weight at the same time? It's very, very simple. When you maintain a journal, you assume accountability and responsibility for your own health. And that's the first thing that we need to do when we want to change anything in our health. If we want to lose weight, we want to build a great body, we want to heal from a disease, we want to prevent a disease, it starts with accountability and responsibility. Right now, too many of us put our hands in, put our bodies and our health in the hands of nutritionists and doctors and all of that. That's fine. But you still assume responsibility. Doctors, nutritionists, healers, everyone is there to put you on the path, to coach you, to open up your eyes to what is right and what is wrong, but you still own responsibility of your own health in your body. So when you journal, there are some brilliant things that happen. Let me give you an example how most of my clients lost weight just by journaling. So when you start the simple practice of writing down all the foods that you eat, your breakfast, your lunch, your evening snacks, your dinner, even the foods that you binge on, okay, at the end of the day, it gives you that opportunity to recap exactly how you lived your day when it came to your eating, when it came to your exercise, when it came to your previous night of sleep, and when it came to your stress levels. So what happens is, let's take a simple example. Week 1, you write down all the foods that you eat, your exercise, your sleep, and your stress levels. Week number 2, you do the same thing. Week number 3, you find that you've dropped weight. You've lost 1 kilo to 1.5 kilos. Okay, week 4, you stagnate. All you need to do is flip back into your journal and see what you did differently. The beauty is, when you lose weight, you can go back into your journal and see that, oh, you exercised more consistently, you ate more sensibly, you probably had less food in restaurants, you had less chocolates and less desserts, and all of a sudden your weight goes up. And you can go back to the previous week and you'll find that, oops, I didn't exercise too much, or my sleep was less, or my stress levels were too high, or I tended to overeat, or I had too many outside functions and ate outside food. So you see, it serves as a mirror for you. It serves as a mirror for your life to show you exactly what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Because if I ask anyone watching this video right now, how many chocolates or how many desserts did you have last week or 2 weeks ago? Most of us would have forgotten about it, because we don't give too much of importance to what we eat when we don't track it. So you see, to be successful, to achieve any goal, it needs to be measurable. So if I've lost weight, I can go back to the week and I find out all of a sudden that, hey, wow, in this week I lost 1.5 kilos, but I also had 3 desserts and I also had 1 outside meal. So now you don't have to completely cut out desserts and outside eating if that worked for you, because you ate, you exercised, you slept well, and your stress levels were moderate. So you see, it tells you how to lead your own life, because constantly people are asking us questions on how to eat, how much to sleep, okay, how much to exercise. But when you start maintaining your own journal, you figure out what's right for your body, because everyone's body is different. No nutrition plan works the same for 2 people, because people are different. They have different metabolic rates. They have different genetic predispositions. They have different cultures from where they've come, different lifestyles. So it's all different, and everyone is a unique individual. So I encourage people who are stuck, and even if you're not stuck, it's a beautiful habit to start maintaining a journal, because at the end of the day, you can write down, you recap all the food that you ate, all those chocolate bars or those snacks that creeped in and we forget about it, you get a chance to recap your exercise. You did 30 minutes, you did 60 minutes, did you enjoy it? How many hours of sleep you slept the previous night? And you have an opportunity to offer gratitude when you write your health journal, because at the end of the day you automatically have an opportunity to offer gratitude for how your day went in terms of your food, your sleep, your exercise, and your stress levels. So it becomes a very powerful tool for you to stay in tune with your emotions, because most of us are just flowing through life mindlessly. And that's because we're busy, we have families and relationships and job responsibilities and so many different things happening at one time. So we really are not in tune with our emotions and the way that we're living. So keeping a journal is a nice way for you to start being a little bit more mindful. As we're more and more mindful, most people will find that it's not the desserts that you eat that make you put on weight. It's the inconsistency when it comes to your exercise. It's the overtraining. It's the lack of sleep. It's overeating. So a journal actually brings out the truth about your life and your lifestyle and what you need to adapt to have a healthy body and a healthy weight. And most people would think that, I don't want to burden myself by maintaining a journal. Believe me, it doesn't take you more than 2 to 3 minutes of your time, of your day, at end of day, to write down exactly what you ate, or how you slept, or how you exercised, or how your stress levels were. Now you have apps or you like books. I'm a little old-fashioned over there. I like to take out a book and write, because when you write, again, you start connecting. But when you're in technology and apps and all of that stuff, there's always something that's keeping you engaged in that app. And again, before bedtime, we're trying to cut away from gadgets and technology. So I would rather use that time to pull out a journal, go out, buy a fancy book, buy something that you would like writing in, and make that your personal happy time at the end of the day to recap your day. It makes you more mindful, it makes you more aware, and I can promise you, if you're stuck with your weight right now, a journal is a very, very powerful tool for you to break through that plateau and actually help you lose weight. Because the problem is, we're not aware of how much we eat, what we eat consistently, how much we exercise. Most of us do a workout twice in a week and we think that's, I exercised last week, but just 2 out of 7 days. That's probably not enough for you if you're trying to lose weight. Or most of us lose track of whether we slept well the last week or we didn't. So it's a nice way of keeping us in check, keeping us in tune with our emotions, and it's an extremely powerful tool to help you start being mindful about your life and you. Because the first step to achieving any goal, especially a health goal, is being mindful, being aware of who you really are when it comes to food, when it comes to the way you sleep, your stress levels, and the way that you exercise. So pull out that journal. This is part of the Reset 2018 Health Project, using simple and inexpensive tools to help us lose weight, to prevent disease, to heal, and just feel better about ourselves. Because at the end of the day, no matter what you do, if you ask yourself just one question, how do I feel today? Do I feel good do I feel good in my heart? Do I feel light in my heart? If you're constantly getting no as an answer, you're not living your life the right way. So it's time that we gauge the end of our day with this one simple question. How did I feel today? Was it happy? Was it stressed? Was it an angry day? Was it a stress day? Because if we have like 30 stress days in a month, that's bad for us. But if we have just 3 stress days out of 30 days in a month, that means we're progressing. And a journal will help you measure your progress week on week, and you keep comparing it with each week and each month. So if Jan was a great month for you, you go back to your journal and you see what all did you do in Jan. You'll find that you exercised more, you meditated more, you ate more responsibly, or your sleep was on the higher side. So that's your mirror to tell you exactly who you are and what you need for your body, because you are you. You are not your neighbor. You're not that actress on a screen. You're not that model in a magazine. You are you. And your children are your children, vice versa. You can't compare them to other children, be it in terms of their academics, their weight, their health, or everything. Each one is an individual, is a unique individual. And getting your children to also practice the art of journaling is a very, very, very powerful tool for them to grow and evolve, because they become more aware of themselves as they start growing through the years. Have a good evening, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep. And on Facebook, we've already started posting our daily food log, meditation log, sleep log, and exercise log every single day to inspire people that, journaling is one of the most powerful tools to be accountable and responsible for your own health. Have a good evening, everyone.